Good morning and welcome to another Mindful Monday session. I hope you've had a good weekend and you are feeling on top of the world. You might be able to hear that I'm still a little bit croaky. This is definitely a lingering cold that I have now, but that's okay. It's really making me aware of my breathing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, in today's session, I wanted to read you a little story that is about non-judgement. And for me to do that, I would like you to sit as comfortably as you can in a meditation type position on your chair. Make sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Rest your hands on your lap. And when you are ready, just close your eyes or lower your gaze. And before I start the story, take a moment to reconnect with your breath, noticing the difference in temperature between the inhalation and the exhalation. Allowing your breath to be just as it needs to be in this moment. And see if you can maintain this awareness on your breath as I read you this very short story. Once upon a time, there was an old farmer who had worked his crops for many years. One day, his horse ran away. Upon hearing the news, his neighbours came to visit. "Such bad luck," they said sympathetically. "Maybe," replied the farmer. The next morning, the horse returned, bringing with it 3 other wild horses. "How wonderful!" the neighbours exclaimed. "Maybe," replied the old man. The following day, his son tried to ride one of the untamed horses and was thrown, broke his leg, and was unable to ride. The neighbours came to offer their sympathy on his misfortune. "Maybe," answered the farmer. The day after, the military officials came to the village to draft young men into the army. Upon seeing the son's leg was broken, they passed him by. The neighbours congratulated the farmer on how well things had turned out. "Maybe," said the farmer. And I love, love, love this very simple story. Keep on listening to me as your eyes are closed and see if you can apply it to your life at the moment. This is a story about non-judgment. Life happens around us. We have no control over some of the events that happen. Of course, we still have free will and the ability to choose a particular event. But the world happens around us. But it's our perception of events that makes a difference. And when we're able to see events for just being as they are, and so it is, we're able to not judge them and not see them as being either good or bad. And when we see them as being neutral and just as they are, it allows us to stay on this really nice, even flow. And it's in that place that we can master our ability to be at peace with what happens around us, to lean into the flow of life and to go with it. And with that comes less stress, less anxiety, less fear for the future, less rumination over the past. So just take a moment or two to see how that could apply to you in your life today or this week. What would happen if you go through today without any judgment on the situations that happen and just see them for what they are? How does that shift your perspective? And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So this week I have drawn a card. I chose this one. It's one of my favourites. It has a beautiful pink dahlia on the front, and it says, "Creativity lies in each of us." So that is going to be the theme of this week. So see if you could spend 5 minutes each day this week doing something creative, and I'd love to hear how you get on. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday.